and welcome to another edition of the Parfect Journey. Why, that makes it sound like I'm a bit more optimistic and I'm a bit happier with the save because we've actually won some games. Yes, it is a miracle, a small change in our system and our tactical approach has seen us rise from the low heights of 12 to the high heights of 10. Unbelievable, Jeff. So I just decided to take some time, work out a new system, went with the back three. Then we get more injuries. Despite this, obviously we'd lost Reddy Johnson, which completely nullified any left back. I was trying to bring in Kirkus, who was former Halanaki's left back. Couldn't afford them, so I was stuck with no senior left back. So I thought we'll go to the back three, we'll play 3-1-4-2. Lauren Shanklin, who's come into the team, worked absolute wonders as a target man for some unbeknown reason. And as you can see, a couple of injuries again have kind of haunted us here, which sees us having to play Toscano at centre back. Not great, but as I say, we're not bottom. We've got room to be optimistic. So things are going well. The Aki's game was frustrating in the cup, I'm not going to lie. Losing that in extra time was disappointing. We made our changes, we tried to freshen things up, but just 20 players, completely fatigued, and unfortunately Mark McNulty winning goal there. The game that sparked the change in system was the absolutely abysmal showing away to St Johnstone. This was having me really considering my future. We had an option to go to Bournemouth in the Championship, but they were rock bottom and in debt, which despite having obviously a parachute payment, was a bit bizarre, but we decided not to take the opportunity. We carried on. So Chris came with a double, Jordan Graham, who's given me a lot of grief on another save, with a third, and Jody Jones minute 4. So this prompted the change in system, which brought a 3-1 victory over Ross County. They took the lead with Liam Boyce, which kind of made me thinking, oh god, not again. But 2 goals before half time from Shabby and Maniscalchi. Well, Shabby made it 3-1 to get us the 3 points. And then a great win away to Dundee United. That man, Lauren Shanklin, scoring twice. Fernando Forestieri, the goal in between. Celtic away was disappointing, but realistically, they're far superior to everything else in the league. When you look at the likes of Cherny playing for them, like Remy scoring twice, should be far too good for this level. So goals by them, Brooks Lennon getting one as well, who looks like an absolutely great prospect, a young American, who apparently they've not long just signed. And as I say, goals as well. We get into Almonte. Maniscalchi pulled one back for us, and then because we're so far behind, I thought let's give Otto Magnus Carlson a chance, and he scored, so fair play to him. I say, it leaves us no longer in the cup, but we're 10th in the league. We're just above where we don't want to be, Ideally, we want to be ahead of Hamilton Accies, want to be ahead of the 11th place. If we can build a couple of wins going forward, who knows this club is capable of doing. So there's not going to be many other changes to the team, either through injuries or whatnot. I'm going to take out Williamson just to put Osman in there. But I'll probably play him instead of Toscano at centre back, because at least he's got that as an actual role, and I would be a bit more comfortable there. I'm playing Morgan as a centre. So we're playing as a counter, it's a bit more disciplined, but absolutely nothing to lose here in this match against Hibernian. We just need to see how it goes. It's good to know that things are a little bit more optimistic than it once were, and hopefully it's a sign of good things to come. So they're 5-4 favourites, but again it's looking out for the likes of Don Thomas. Devante Cole could cause us problems, Graham Dorn's playing off the striker. Ivey's good, Paul Worth's good, and you've got folk on the bench, like Chris Johnson, Martin Boyle, pace and abundance. Is that David Marshall in goals as well? That's an absolutely inspired signing for this level. But it's good to know we're no longer at least bottom, although we could be at the end of today. But it's good to know things are looking up and hopefully we can respond here. I'm hoping it wasn't just because we're facing 2 teams that realistically we should be beating. We want to be beating teams run about us in the league. The teams in 4th to 8th place, 4th to 9th place, those are the teams we should be trying to at least take some points off of. There's Shabby, is he going to be greedy or is he going to pass it? He shoots from distance and it's just by the post there. He had Marshall scrambling. This is promising. Bryson with the corner. Maniscalchi's in there again. Bryson is into Maniscalchi again. Lauren Shanklin, he's done it again. For someone, and I'll be honest with Lauren Shanklin, wasn't doing anything for me. I just couldn't fit him into my team, didn't think he was going to be good enough. I'd seen Mick tweeting saying he was absolutely a god for him, so I thought, do you know what, we'll give him a try. And I've been completely inspired by the fact he's coming in, he's scoring goals. I've got absolutely no problems with that. It's just great to see that he's getting the ball in the back of the net. That's what the team was lacking, was goals. That may even put him into one of our top goal scorers this season. So looking good after the early exchanges. Hopefully this will cause a bit of panic in Hibs defence, and Dom Thomas is unlucky there from the Aaron Taylor Sinclair corner. But most games have been tight. We're expected not to have as much of the possession against Hibs, although the fact we've kept it fairly even is pretty good there. County and Hamilton are actually playing each other, so that means we're guaranteed we won't be bottom. But it's a good chance to try and get ahead of at least the bottom team if we can pick up a victory here and one of those teams win. So good stuff in the first half. We'll just say to the guys, just keep it up. You know, it's good. Don't get complacent. Still 45 minutes. 45 minutes is a long time in football. It's up to how these boys can continue this. Here's Cantwell, and it's intercepted by Friday. But it's interesting to play against teams like Hibs, who obviously started the Championship, which was one tier above us at the start. Obviously, them being located in the capital, much bigger stadium, you know, money's going to be available to them compared to us. And obviously a better reputation. This is Bryson, Manshkalche. He's been a great acquisition since we've played him. There's Cantwell, whips it in. Shabby. Oh, he's got to finish that. He's got to bury that. There was a bit of me was hoping that landed at Shanklin so he could score. Get it away. Lindsay. Lindsay again, and it's another one that's just not cleared. Liam Lindsay with the goal. There's so many things that are just rebounds when Scott Fox just doesn't gather it. I don't know if he's not going to gather that, but there's 3 players in there, Inali, Bryson, we've got a player on his backside. Got to be dealing with that a little bit better. Make some changes, we'll freshen the team up here. No changing for the counter mentality because there's players on that team that would really struggle attacking. So one change is Tom Lawrence is going to play on the left, make him as a winger. Not natural there, but there's not really any other options. And I'd rather not risk Pataka, and I wouldn't risk putting them further forward because that could screw us from a more defensive perspective. I think if we do play Pataka, it might be like the last 10 minutes, and that's purely because Cantwell's struggling. Good chance we take off Shabby. I don't even want to change the system because a point is still better than nothing. So we'll make our 2 changes on 80, which is going to be a chance for Carlson. He'll come in and play as the target man. And as I say, a small cameo role for Brataka. 10 minutes. Do you know what? Let's just go for it. Said I wasn't going to. I can't resist the opportunity to go and try and grab another 2 points. Why not? Brataka plays it in. Please just don't lose possession because they've got bodies going forward. Shanklin, Carlson to win it. He's done it! The inspired substitutions there. Defensive. Otmar Magnus Carlson, but it's all from Brataka, the Manashkalde, Lawrence Shanklin. It's the players who hadn't been getting games. They're doing the job, and the big target man puts it in the back of the net with 3 minutes to go. Hopefully this gamble we've taken pays off. Don't concede, boys. There's still another 50 odd seconds to go. Shanklin, Bryson, here is Brataka. Does Shanklin play it back to him? Play it back to him. Oh, a bit too attacking. Tom Lawrence does well to retain the ball and kill another 30 odd seconds. Dembele, Lawrence, and Scatchy, who's been fantastic. Thankfully Morgan just plays it out to Tom Lawrence, who hopefully can just run about with it. Keep the ball, that's it. Brataka spreading the play. And it's away again looking for Connor Duffy. But it's all over. Another sensational performance from Shanklin. Great performance from Manashkalche. Carlson doing well, Dembele playing well, but most importantly, 3 points again. Would have thought this not too long ago. Fair enough, we're level in points still with County. There's that 4-point gap ahead of Hamilton Academicals, and it claws us right behind the likes of Rangers and St Johnstone and Hibs themselves. So as again, if we can keep this form up, then you never know. We might surprise a few people and won't be involved in a relegation dogfight. But delighted with that result. So it's a good result there. See the graph? Is there a graph stages? Not past positions, that's what we want. That looks a lot better. Nothing great, but you just see here, picking up the victories, defeat after defeat, the change in tactic. It just seems to be that way in FM. You change your tactic, you can have a better time. But good to see that. Good victory, very even game. Linked with the Swansea job, but we'll be staying. And as I say, this man here, Fernandinho Maniscalchi, just looks outstanding. Great potential in the future, delivering so far. And as I say, it's promising. You know, the fact it's a lot better form than the start of the season, and it just gives you that little bit of belief that we can actually do something in this save. And next week's game against Aki's comes that little bit more. I say hopefully win that. Hopefully I'm in a good position when you join us again, which may be sometime in the new year, possibly just before. As always, guys, thank you for watching. It's deeply appreciated. If you enjoyed the episode, give us a wee like. Any comments who you think we could recruit in the January window? Has there ever been an instance yourself where you're struggling, you don't know what to do, you change tactic, and then everything just seems to go right? Let me know if you've had that before, where it was at, what did you change from, and did you change to, system-wise? Yeah, just get a bit of convo going in the comments section below. But as always, guys, thanks for watching the Perfect Journey. Maybe, just maybe, finished going over those speed bumps. But cheers for watching, guys. See you all real soon. Bye bye.